how's this guy staying so positive? Like, you talk about your friends, you talk about your family, like, just elaborate on it to give them some, solid foundations.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've always, I don't know if it's just internal or I was like born with it. I've always been like an optimist. Like I'll get down, don't get me wrong, and mad and pissed and like really frustrated. But like an example, like when I got benched at Iowa, had literally one bad play against Iowa State, got toasted for a 75-yard bomb in a close game. Next
Which
week
we won, by the way. We won
we
that
won the
game.
game. Yeah, won the
Thank you,
game.
Amir. Yeah, thank you,
No,
Amir.
no, no thanks to me. But the next week I missed a tackle on the first drive, and we go over the bench, and Coach Parker's like, "I'm gonna put Amani in, like Amani Hooker, who's
Now in the
just
NFL
got
too.
paid way better safety than me, absolute dog, right?" But like I got benched, I was pissed for like a day, and then I remember like the 2 days later, already in my head, I'm like, I'm switching to linebacker. I was like, I'm gonna put on 10, 15 pounds. Ben Neiman's graduating. I'm gonna go play Leo linebacker and start my last year. So I don't know. It's always been like I get down, I get frustrated, but there's always a way out. I guess I should say, from my perspective, like you can always find a way to learn from the shitty things that happen, adapt, change, move forward, and then at the end of the day, if you learn from that, it's not necessarily a loss, right? Like it's gonna mold you into a better person. It's going to mold you into a better athlete. Whatever it is, whatever the circumstances are, take something from that shitty circumstance, and one way or another, if you can turn one aspect from that into a positive, it's going to be big moving forward. So I think just try to find some type of light in a real dark situation, because trust me, I've been dark before. I've gone there, and it's not fun. But like, there's always one way or another you can find your way out of that hole. Whether it's friends, family, positive self talk. Like people made fun of me at Iowa for being fake juice man because I talked a bunch of shit to the offense, but it was just fun. That's how I got fun in it. And that would be my piece of advice in terms of just staying positive and putting one foot in front of the other.
Um, the whole, like, you went out on a really high note too, though, with everything at Iowa. You guys had the big win against Mississippi State, and then like it all did just kind of continue to fall forward for you. At what point did you realize, like, oh shit, this thing like really could actually happen for me? And then, now okay, you said, hey, I want to be on this, and then okay, I want to be on scout team, and now it's like, how much are you not going to want to let that, the NFL transition will end, but like,
Yeah.
how addictive has it now become for you during this off season where you're like, okay, I want X number of years, I want to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, it's definitely, now that I've gotten like that full taste, right? It's been crazy because like even like the small things, like trust me, I'll tell you, like I work really hard. Like I'm gonna try to kill you on the football field, all that stuff. It takes a lot of luck too for me, right? Like there was one team that gave me the tryout. That was it. Like I wasn't signed as an undrafted free agent, wasn't drafted. I only got a tryout with the LA Rams, and that just happened on a whim. They brought in 20 dudes on a football field for a 45-minute workout. Wasn't even like a mini camp. It was like a 45-minute field workout, and I was the only one they signed from that whole workout.
Wow.
So like I don't know what they saw in me. They saw something as a potential safety prospect, and ended up making once I got in the building and like started going through that first OTAs and 7-on and like 11-on-11 practices, like then it kind of flipped in my head. Like I think I can play in this league. Like I may not start at safety, but I know for a fact I can run with the best of them on special teams. And then, like I said, you get the taste of the practice squad. And then, week 7 of my rookie, I got called up and played in my first ever NFL game versus Atlanta. And then it kind of just, through the next 3 years, there's a lot of ups, a lot of downs, like we talked about. But definitely this last year, like making the 53-man roster from the jump. Obviously, we struggled as a team. We were not, good. We had a bunch of injuries, missing a bunch of dudes. Not any excuses. We weren't as good as we were the year before, and it showed. But personally, it was the first time I'd ever been able to, play week in and week out. It took me 4 years to get to that point, but in year 4, I'm playing every game, starting on all 4 special teams, and I finally got that confidence where it's like, I can be a 4 core special teams guy and compete with the best dudes in the league. And now, like you said, it's almost like addictive, right? Like even though I ended up unfortunately getting hurt on Monday Night Football in Green Bay, had a high ankle sprain. Like I'm just itching to get back into a camp. Right now, I'm a free agent. I don't know if I'll
Oh,
be. Yeah, I don't know if I'll be back in LA or not. But I'm all healthy now, healed up. Now I'm just training, wait for an opportunity. So getting a taste of it, and having some success. I think I led us, even though I missed 3 games. I led our team in special teams tackles and production and grade sheet and all that good stuff. So now, like you said, now I got a little taste of it. It's like I really enjoy the 2-3 years of this, and just keep taking advantage of those opportunities. I just hopefully get another opportunity to do so.
what's it like to be, traveling across the country and playing against dudes that you used to play with? Because, the NFL, the Hawk NFL thing runs deep. Like, people that don't get to see it anymore. But I mean, just to give people an insider glimpse, like, what is that like? That's got to be just the coolest thing ever, right?
It is. It's really fun. Like I said, this being the first year, I mean, I was playing full time. Like, week 2 played against Parker Hesse
Oh my God.
in Atlanta, and like I could go back to 2020. Parker and I didn't make the team in the COVID year to start the year, and me and him are lifting in his girlfriend's shitty garage in Iowa City, Iowa, in like November. It's like 20 degrees in the garage. We're both considering like, why are we doing this? Nobody's calling. We're not getting any chances, any of that stuff. And then we get to play against each other on Sunday, and he's like the second tight end for the Atlanta Falcons. Used to play DN, all this stuff. So like that was pretty sweet, of kind of full circle moment. And then like the next week, played against Ben Neiman. He owes me money. He claims I didn't knock him down. I had a knockdown on punt return. We were matched up, and I was holding him up on a punt return, talking some shit. So it's just full circle, like you said. You play with those guys for 4 or 5 years at Iowa, and all those long winter workouts, summer condition. You get really close with your teammates at the college level, and it's been really cool to get to compete and play against some former teammates. And now I got their jerseys hanging in a frame at the house, so it's pretty sick.
This is obviously Strength Coach Network, so a majority of people that listen to this are strength coaches, and a large population of our audience is football strength and conditioning coaches. Being a former athlete and somebody who is willing to work out and train all the time, what is your biggest piece of advice to the strength coaches listening out there about? I'm not like, don't, if you want to talk about programming, sure, but like ability to connect and ability to work with athletes, like because you've seen so much.
Congratulations on making it to the end of the video. Why don't you celebrate by watching more videos just like it? You can also help us on our quest to placate the algorithm gods by liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. Thank you.